Hi everybody, my name is Mike. I interned at Booked. Booked is a vacation rental management solution for property owners, and now they already have hundreds of satisfied clients. Now, before I go into my program and the company, do a little intro about myself. I'm the baby of the group. I'm 19 here, the youngest one here. I was born and raised in South Florida. I go to FIU right now. I'm going to be a junior, and where I'm also a member of Pi fraternity. A little bit about Booked. It was started by Robert Schell. I know Robert Kyle is weird. Yeah, that's how you say it. He's from Sweden. This isn't his first startup. He has been in the startup scene for a while. He just finished his first one a while back, so now he's on Booked right now. Located in downtown Hollywood, there's about 10 employees in the office and about 5 more internationally. Alright, here's the website. Now you see right here is our main product, the Instant Manager. Right here at the back end. There is where people will input their property data and their rates and availability and amenities into the back end. And then once that's inputted, it goes to the InstaSite. Here's the site that we make for the owners. And this is one of our newest technologies that we're very proud about. And the name InstaSite comes from the fact that once the property data is imported, the site can be made in under 10 minutes by us. So it's a really great technology for us because it's not a lot of work for us, and the customer gets their client within 20 minutes. Now, what I did was I was in the onboarding team. So I worked mostly with Mario. He was head of the onboarding, and also GC. He did support also. So onboarding is basically what I did, and onboarding is the phase from people when they activate to when they go live. And when they go live is when their site is all ready to go. They like how everything looks. The setup's all ready. Their data's all correct, and then ready to go live. They want to start making bookings, making money. So my job is just to speed them through that process. So onboarding can take anywhere from 2 weeks to 3 months. It all depends on the customer's motivation. So if they're motivated, they can go. But so our job basically is to motivate them to get money as quick as possible. All right, now my capstone project, it was knowledge-based articles. So my job was basically to take the manual that we have right now and convert it into knowledge-based articles. The whole point of this was to minimize time on the phone because customers would call a lot and ask me about, how do I do this, how do I do that, on their back end of the control panel. So what I did was I took the manual, turned it into an article like this. So let's say you're on a page, the property summary page, and you're having a question saying, what's this button for, what's that button for? Before, you would click on the top right, and there would be a little help button that would take you to a manual that's about 5,000 pages. No one wants to read that. So what I did was I would take these specific pages in the manual, convert them into a different file, and then I would put it online, give it to a guy named Elvin. That's Elvin right there. And what he would do for me was he would input it into the link on the website. So when you click on that button, it would no longer take him to the manual. It would take him to that so-called knowledge-based article. Working with Elvin was nice. He was a busy guy, so he got a lot of stuff on his plate. So he really didn't want to work with me that much because he was a busy guy. So here's me sometimes, and then that's me and Elvin most of the time. She's just trying to get him to work with me. It became very difficult sometimes. It was kind of tough. So yeah, one of my biggest accomplishments was, I'm on the phone with this lady one day, and she's asking me about specific permissions for users. And mind you, 10 minutes before this, I just did a knowledge-based article on that same topic, permissions for users. She's asking me, you guys should have some documentation on this. It's a really tough thing. I want to click that help button right there and just take me to a 5,000 page manual. So I'm like, all right, man, click that button right there. It takes you to a knowledge-based article. She's like, really? It's cool. So she clicks it, she reads it, she's like, this is all I need. All right, thank you, bye. Hangs up. And I was like, that was easy. So it was cool. It was basically, I accomplished the whole goal of, the knowledge-based articles. And I did exactly what my boss wanted. He wanted to, cut down phone time so that other time, just to work on everything else. So yeah, that was awesome. And also, I took my first site live. That site you guys saw a couple slides back. That was one of the first ones I took live. So I took that live. No problems there. No website being broken or anything. The API stayed alright. And then here are the Fridays. Some of those my favorite thing about Fridays is ping pong, obviously. Love playing the ping pong here. The food was the best, you know, but we still did a lot of intern work here, just taking the garbage downstairs. They put us to work. They did put us to work. Don't lie about that.
And how that made it in.
You didn't see that one. All right. But yeah, I mean, the classes were awesome. I mean, this whole experience has been awesome. Without this experience, I wouldn't have been introduced to this whole startup concept. Before, like, you know, I applied for the internship, you know, because I want an internship, you know, experience. And I looked into startups, and I'm like, oh, it's cool, but being in this whole environment is just awesome because, you know, everyone around you just thinking and just thinking about different stuff, just how to monetize on all your ideas. And I'm just very thankful for being put into this situation, just seeing stuff that would never been exposed to if it wasn't for this opportunity. And that's it. Thank you guys.